So this is the lateral view of the skeletal head. The first thing we're going to talk about is the external view, which is the outside. The temporal mandibular joint. This is your temporal area here, your mandibular area, and those two together make up the temporal mandibular joint, which is here. That's also what where TMJ is caused. The mastoid process is here. The styloid process comes off of this area here behind the mastoid process. The external acoustic meatus is here. The squamous part or squamous suture is here. Next, we're looking internally at the skull, at the petrious part of the temporal bone, which is here and here. The structures that are housed within this part of the temporal bone, is the mastoid process, the tegmen tympani, and the jugular fossa. Again, we're still in the internal view of the skull. In the temporal portion of the skull, there is the internal acoustic meatus, and the internal auditory branch of the basilar artery passes through the foramen, which is a hole in the skull, to the inner ear and face. So that would be in this area here. The internal acoustic meatus has a foramen there where the internal artery branch of the basilar artery passes through. Still in the internal view of the skull is the sphenoid bone. The sphenoid bone consists of a lesser wing and a greater wing, which is below here. The optic canals are here and here. They're bilateral to each other. They are located in the sella turcica area, closest to the lesser wing, and the optic nerve and the ophthalmic artery run through those two optic fossas or canals or foramens. They're all holes, divots. Next is the sella turcica. The sella turcica is located below the optic canals, and the pituitary gland sits here in the sella turcica area. Still viewing the skull internally, in this area here, which is the frontal area, it's also known as the anterior cranial area or fossa. Located in that area is the ethmoid bone. The ethmoid bone consists of the cribriform plate and the crista galli. The crista galli is the medium ridge of the bone that so again, we are in the anterior cranial fossa. The ethmoid bone is located here. The crista galli and the cribriform plate are here, and they are what make up the ethmoid bone. The crista galli is known as the median ridge of the bone that projects from the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone. The attachment is the false cerebri, so that's the function.